My child, stop. Just for a moment. Stop trying to fix what is breaking. Stop rehearsing the conversation you are afraid to have. Stop replaying the mistake you made 3 hours ago, 3 days ago, 3 years ago. I have watched you, not from a distance, not from a throne that is cold and far away. I have watched you from the space right next to your heartbeat. I have felt the tension in your shoulders as you tried to fall asleep last night. I have counted every tear you hid from the people who love you because you did not want to worry them. And tonight, I need to tell you something. Something that cannot wait until tomorrow. Something that the noise of your morning will try to drown out. Please, do not ignore me. It is very important tonight. You do not realize how close you are to a breaking point that is not destruction, but liberation. You think you are falling apart, but I am carefully, gently, quietly removing everything that was never meant to travel with you into the next season. You feel the shaking. You feel the ground beneath your feet becoming unstable. And your instinct, your beautiful, exhausted human instinct, is to grab onto something, anything, to control the fall, to find solid ground again. But what if I told you that the shaking is not a punishment? What if I told you that the shaking is the sound of chains breaking? What if I told you that the floor you are so desperate to stand on was actually a cage? You have been asking me for a new beginning, but you have been trying to build it inside the same walls. You have been praying for a miracle, but you have been refusing to let go of the very thing that makes the miracle impossible. I need you to hear me tonight, not as a distant God in the sky, but as a father who is sitting at the edge of your bed, watching you struggle to breathe. I am not angry with you. I've never been angry with you. The anger you feel from me is the echo of your own disappointment. The distance you feel between us is not me walking away. It is you walking in circles around the same fear. Tonight, I am asking you to stop walking, stop striving, stop trying to prove that you are strong enough, good enough, worthy enough. You have nothing to prove to me. I knew you before you knew yourself. I knew the mistakes you would make before the earth was formed, and I chose you anyway, not because you are perfect, but because your imperfection fits perfectly into my plan. There is a battle happening around you right now that you cannot see. It is not a battle against your boss, your spouse, your past, or your bank account. Those are just the visible wounds. The real battle is for your trust. The enemy of your soul does not need you to curse my name. He does not need you to burn your Bible or walk away from your faith. All he needs is for you to feel exhausted. All he needs is for you to feel unheard. All he needs is for you to say, "What is the point?" Because if he can make you stop praying out of hopelessness instead of rebellion, he has won. If he can make you close your Bible because it feels like empty words, he has achieved more than if he made you hate me. Indifference is his greatest weapon, not hatred. Hatred still requires energy. Hatred still requires belief. But indifference? Indifference is the slow death of the soul. And tonight, I can feel you teetering on the edge of it. You have not said it out loud, but you have thought it. God is not listening. God does not care. If God loved me, this would not be happening. I do not condemn you for those thoughts. I am not shocked by them. David screamed them in the Psalms. Jeremiah cursed the day he was born. Job demanded a court case with me, and I did not strike them down. I did not turn my back on them. I met them in their honesty. And I am meeting you there tonight. You are tired, not just physically tired. You are spiritually exhausted. You are emotionally depleted. You have given out more than you have taken in. You have poured yourself out for people who did not even notice you were bleeding. You have carried burdens that were never yours to carry. You have said yes when every part of you wanted to say no because you were afraid of disappointing someone. And now you are running on empty. You think you need to be disciplined. You think you need to try harder. You think the answer is more effort, more prayer, more church, more giving, more serving. And I am telling you tonight, stop. Be still. Not because I am rejecting your effort, but because your effort has become an idol. You have started to believe that your performance determines my love. You have started to measure your worth by your productivity. You have started to think that if you just do enough, pray enough, fast enough, serve enough, then I will finally answer. But that is not love. That is a transaction. And I do not do transactions. I do covenants. I do relationship. I do the kind of love that does not change when you fail. Do you remember Joseph? Do you remember the pit? Do you remember the slavery? Do you remember the prison? He did not do anything wrong. He was faithful. He was pure. He was obedient. And still, the floor fell out from under him. For years, 13 years, he cried out to me from a dungeon for a crime he did not commit. And I was silent, not because I was absent, but because I was building something that could not be built in the palace. The palace would have made him proud. The prison made him humble. The palace would have given him a title. The prison gave him character. You look at your life right now, and you see delay. You see disappointment. You see closed doors. And you think I have forgotten you. But what if the delay is the protection? What if the closed door is keeping you from a destruction you cannot see? Joseph did not know that the butler would forget him for 2 full years. He did not know that the dream he had as a teenager would take over a decade to manifest. But I knew. I knew the famine was coming. I knew Egypt needed a leader who had been broken before he was elevated. I knew that if I gave him the palace too soon, he would have ruled with ego instead of compassion. So I kept him in the fire. Not because I was angry, but because I was preparing him for a weight that would have crushed the boy he used to be. And you right now, you are in the fire, and you are begging me to take you out. But what if I am keeping you in? Not to hurt you, to harden you, not to punish you, to purify you. The gold does not complain about the furnace. The gold understands that the heat is not the enemy. The heat is what reveals the gold. You have been asking me to use you. You have been asking me to give you a platform, a voice, an influence, but you are still holding on to offense. You are still holding on to bitterness. You are still replaying the conversation where they hurt you. You are still rehearsing what you should have said, and that bitterness is a leak in your vessel. You want me to pour new wine into you, but you are still holding on to the old wineskin of resentment, and if I pour new wine into an old wineskin, both are destroyed. So I am waiting. I am not ignoring you. I am waiting for you to let go. I am waiting for you to drop the rope. You keep saying, God, change my situation, and I keep saying, let me change you first. Because if I change your situation before I change you, you will simply recreate the same mess in a new location. You will take your same fears, your same insecurities, your same control issues, and you will plant them in new soil and wonder why the fruit looks the same. The problem is not your environment. The problem is not your boss, your spouse, your city, or your church. The problem is the lens you are looking through. You are looking through the lens of fear. Fear tells you that if you do not control everything, everything will fall apart. Fear tells you that if you rest, you will fall behind. Fear tells you that if you are honest about your pain, people will leave. Fear tells you that if you stop performing, you will be exposed as a fraud. And that fear is a liar. It has been lying to you since you were a child. It told you that you were not smart enough. It told you that you were not attractive enough. It told you that you were too much and not enough at the exact same time. And you believed it. You built your entire life around that lie. You overcompensated. You people-pleased. You silenced your own voice. You shrank yourself to make others comfortable. And you are exhausted. Because pretending is exhausting. Wearing a mask every single day is exhausting. Smiling when you want to cry is exhausting. Saying, I'm fine when you are drowning is exhausting. And tonight, I am giving you permission to stop. I am not asking you to be strong. I am asking you to be honest. Honest with yourself. Honest with me. You do not have to have the right words. You do not have to pray a perfect prayer. You do not have to quote scripture. You can sit in the dark and say, I don't understand. You can say, this hurts. You can say, I'm angry. You can say, I feel abandoned. I can handle your anger. I can handle your doubt. I can handle your questions. What I cannot handle is your silence. What breaks my heart is when you pull away, when you decide that since I did not answer the way you wanted, you will stop asking. When you decide that since I did not move on your timeline, you will stop trusting. Do you remember Peter? Do you remember the night he denied me? Not once, 3 times. He looked a servant girl in the face and said, "I do not know the man." The same Peter who walked on water, the same Peter who called me the Son of the living God. That Peter. And what did I do? Did I shame him? Did I expose him? Did I strip him of his calling? No. I looked at him. That is what the scripture says. I looked at Peter. And in that look, there was no condemnation. There was grief. There was love. There was an invitation to come back. And Peter went out and wept bitterly. Not because I rejected him, but because he finally saw his own weakness, and that breaking was the beginning of his true strength. Before that night, Peter led with confidence. After that night, Peter led with humility. Before that night, Peter trusted his own courage. After that night, Peter trusted my grace. You are in your Peter moment right now. You have denied me, not with your words, with your actions. You have chosen comfort over obedience. You have chosen approval over truth. You have chosen the easy path over the right path, and you are living with the shame of it. You think you have disqualified yourself. You think you have gone too far. You think there is no way back. But I am telling you tonight, look at me. Just look at me. Do not try to fix the past. Do not try to earn your way back. Do not make promises you cannot keep. Just look at me. See the love in my eyes. See that I am not holding a list of your failures. See that I am holding open arms. The prodigal son rehearsed his apology. He practiced the speech. "Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son." He rehearsed it over and over, but before he could even deliver the speech, the father saw him while he was still far off. The father ran. The father embraced him. The father kissed him. The father didn't even let him finish the apology. Because the father was not interested in the speech. The father was interested in the return. You have been trying to get your life together before you come back to me. You have been trying to clean up your mess before you ask for help. You have been trying to break the addiction on your own. You have been trying to heal the wound on your own. You have been trying to fix the marriage on your own, and you are failing, because you were never meant to do it alone. The burden was never yours to carry. My yoke is easy, my burden is light, but you are carrying a yoke made of iron and shame. You are carrying a burden made of expectations and guilt, and I am asking you tonight, trade with me. Give me the heavy yoke, take my light one. Give me the exhaustion, take my rest. You say you are tired of fighting. Good. That is the first honest thing you have said in months. You are tired. And that tiredness is not a weakness. It is a sign that you have been fighting battles that were never yours to fight. There are battles only I can fight. There are enemies only I can defeat. There are walls only I can bring down. And you have been ramming your head against Jericho, trying to make the walls fall by your own effort. But Jericho did not fall by shouting. It did not fall by strategy. It fell by obedience. Walking in circles, silence, then a shout, one shout, not 1,000, one, at my command, not at your panic. You are shouting too early. You are trying to force the breakthrough before I have given the command. You are trying to birth the promise before the gestation is complete, and you are exhausting yourself in the process. Tonight, I am asking you to sit down, not because you are quitting, because you are surrendering. There is a difference. Quitting says, I don't believe anymore. Surrendering says, I believe, but I cannot do this alone. Quitting says, there is no hope. Surrendering says, my hope is not in my ability, but in yours. You are not a quitter. You are a survivor who is finally admitting that surviving is not enough. You want to thrive. You want to live. You want to feel alive again. Not just go through the motions, not just get through another day. You want the joy that you heard about in worship songs. You want the peace that makes no sense. You want the kind of rest that does not require a vacation. And I am telling you that it is closer than you think. It is not on the other side of more effort. It is on the other side of surrender. It is on the other side of the word yes. Not yes to more work, yes to my way, yes to my timing, yes to my process. You have been fighting my process. You have been arguing with my timeline. You have been saying, this is taking too long. But I am eternal. I'm not bound by your calendar. I'm not rushed by your anxiety. 1,000 years in my sight are like a day. The thing that feels like a lifetime to you is a breath to me. And I'm not late. I am never late, but I am also rarely early. Because early would miss the lesson. Early would miss the growth. Early would keep you dependent on the miracle instead of the miracle worker. You want the answer, I want you. You want the solution, I want the relationship. You want the healing, I want the healer to live inside you. You have been treating me like a vending machine. Prayer in, blessing out, obedience in, protection out. But that is not who I am. I am not a system, I am a person, and I am jealous for your heart, not jealous in the way humans are jealous, with insecurity and control, jealous in the way a lover is jealous. I want all of you, not the part you show in church, not the part you post on social media, not the part you let your family see. I want the secret part. The part you hide in the dark, the part you are ashamed of, the part you think would make everyone leave if they knew. I want that part, because that is the part that needs me most, and I cannot heal what you hide. I cannot restore what you refuse to bring into the light. You have been hiding in the garden, just like Adam, just like Eve. You heard my voice, and you ran. Not because I was angry, because you were naked, because you were exposed, because you were ashamed, and you sewed fig leaves together. You covered your shame with busyness. You covered your shame with achievements. You covered your shame with a smile, but the fig leaves are wilting. The mask is cracking. The performance is falling apart, and you are terrified. But I am not walking through the garden to punish you. I am walking through the garden to cover you, not with fig leaves, with my own garment, with my own righteousness. You do not have to be good enough. You just have to be mine. Do you remember Moses? Do you remember the burning bush? He was not in a temple. He was not at a conference. He was not performing a ritual. He was tending sheep. 40 years of tending sheep. After 40 years in Pharaoh's palace. After being educated in all the wisdom of Egypt. After being a prince. And then 40 years of silence. 40 years of obscurity. 40 years of nothing. You think your waiting is hard? Moses waited 40 years. And then, on a regular day, doing a regular job, I showed up in a burning bush, not in a whirlwind, not in an earthquake, not in a fire that consumed the mountain, a bush that burned but was not consumed, a quiet miracle, an ordinary miracle. And I said, take off your sandals. Because the ground you are standing on is holy, not because of where you are, because of who I am with you. You are standing on holy ground right now. In your living room, in your car, in your bedroom, wherever you are hearing this voice, that ground is holy. Not because of the location, because of my presence. I am here. I have always been here. You are the one who stopped noticing. You are the one who stopped listening. You are the one who got distracted by the noise. But I never left. I never stopped speaking. You just stopped believing I was speaking. Every sunset was a message. Every morning was a promise. Every breath was a gift. And you missed it. Because you were worried about tomorrow. Tomorrow's not yours to carry. Tomorrow's not even here yet. And you are already exhausted from a battle that does not exist. The scripture says, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own. You have been carrying tomorrow's trouble, and next week's trouble, and next year's trouble. You have been carrying the weight of a future you cannot control. And that weight is crushing you. Tonight, I am giving you permission to put it down, to put down the fear of what they think, to put down the pressure to perform, to put down the need to be perfect, to put down the guilt of past failures, to put down the anxiety of future unknowns. Put it down. Right now. Physically, if you need to. Open your hands. Imagine the weight in your palms, and let it fall. Let it fall to the floor. Let me pick it up. You were never meant to carry this. This is not the burden of a child. This is the burden of a slave. And you are not a slave. You are a son. You are a daughter. You are an heir. The heir does not worry about the father's provision. The heir rests in the father's wealth. My resources are infinite. My wisdom is unlimited. My power has no end. And you are acting like I am running out of options. Like your situation has finally stumped me. Like your problem is bigger than my solution. Let me remind you, I spoke the universe into existence. I set the stars in their place. I know the name of every star. I know the number of hairs on your head. I know the beginning from the end. And you think I cannot handle your situation? You think I am surprised by your crisis? You think I am up in heaven panicking, trying to figure out what to do? No, I am calm. I am seated on a throne that cannot be shaken, and I am inviting you to sit with me, not in your circumstance, but above it. You have been living in the problem. I am calling you to live in the promise. The problem is temporary. The promise is eternal. You are looking at the waves. I am telling you to look at me. Peter looked at the waves and he sank. Not because the waves were too strong, because his focus shifted. The same waves that made him sink were the same waves he walked on when he looked at me. The circumstance did not change. His focus changed, and that made all the difference. Your circumstance may not change tonight. The bill might still be due. The relationship might still be broken. The diagnosis might still be real. But your focus can change. And when your focus changes, everything changes. Not because the problem disappears, because the problem becomes small. It shrinks in the light of my presence. The darkness does not fight the light. The darkness simply ceases to exist when the light comes. You have been fighting the darkness. Stop fighting. Turn on the light. I am the light, and I'm right here. Do you remember Elijah? Do you remember the mountain? The wind tore the mountains apart. The earthquake shook the ground. The fire fell from heaven. But I was not in the wind. I was not in the earthquake. I was not in the fire. I was in the still small voice, the whisper. You have been waiting for a shout. You have been waiting for a sign. You have been waiting for a lightning bolt. And you have missed the whisper that has been saying your name, the whisper that has been telling you to rest, the whisper that has been inviting you to trust. I am not shouting at you. I'm whispering. Because you are close enough to hear a whisper. You do not need a megaphone when you are sitting next to someone. You just need intimacy. And that is what I want. Intimacy. Not religion, not ritual, not performance. Intimacy. To know you. To be known by you. For you to know that you are known and loved and accepted. Completely. Flaws and all. You think you need to clean up to come to me, but I am the one who cleans you. You come dirty, you come broken, you come exhausted, and I do the rest. That is the gospel. That is the good news. Not that you are strong enough, but that I am. Not that you have it all together, but that I hold you together. Colossians says that in me, all things hold together. You are not holding yourself together. You are falling apart because you are trying to do my job. You are trying to be the glue, but you are not the glue. I am the glue, and I have never lost a single person who trusted me. Not one, not in all of history. Everyone who put their hope in me was not disappointed, not because their lives were easy, because my love was enough. Paul was beaten, Paul was shipwrecked, Paul was imprisoned, Paul was abandoned by friends, and Paul said, I have learned to be content in every situation, not because he was stoic, because he knew me. He knew that having me was enough, even in a dungeon, even in a storm, even in chains. He wrote about joy from a prison cell, not the fake joy of denial, the real joy of presence. He was not happy about the chains. He was joyful because the chains could not separate him from me, and nothing can separate you from me. Not height, not depth, not angels, not demons, not the past, not the future, not the mistake you made yesterday, not the fear you have about tomorrow. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. You are held, you are safe, you are mine. But you keep forgetting. You keep forgetting in the middle of the night when the thoughts come. You keep forgetting when the bank account is low. You keep forgetting when the phone does not ring. You keep forgetting when the pain is loud. And that forgetting is not a failure of character, it is a failure of practice. You have not practiced my presence. You have practiced worry. You have practiced fear. You have practiced worst-case scenarios. You have rehearsed the conversation where everything goes wrong. You have rehearsed the moment of failure. You have played the movie of your life, ending in disaster so many times that you believe it is a documentary. But it is not a documentary. It is a horror film you wrote, and you are the director, producer, and lead actor. And I am asking you to stop production, to walk off the set, to refuse to rehearse the nightmare anymore. What you rehearse, you strengthen. What you meditate on, you magnify. You have been magnifying your problems. Tonight, Start magnifying me, not with religious formulas, with gratitude, with praise, with worship that is simply saying, "You are good, even when my life is hard." That is not denial. That is defiance. Defiance against the lie that your circumstances determine my character. My character does not change. I am good, always, not sometimes, not when you obey, not when you pray enough, always. I am love, I am light, I am for you, not against you, even when it feels like I am against you, even when the silence is deafening, even when the answer is no. I am still for you. Do you remember Daniel? Do you remember the lion's den? He did not pray to be saved from the lions. He prayed because he prayed. Obedience was not transactional. He did not say, "God, if you save me, I will serve you." He served me, and then I saved him. But here's what you forget. The lions did not disappear. The den did not disappear. The stone did not disappear. I did not remove the danger. I shut the mouths of the lions inside the danger. You want me to remove the den? Sometimes I will. But sometimes I will shut the mouths of the lions, and you will walk through the danger unharmed. Not because there was no danger, because I was with you in the danger. The fire did not consume Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, but the fire was still hot. The fire did not disappear. They walked through the fire, and they were not even singed. Not a hair on their heads was burned. The fire burned the ropes that bound them and set them free. The fire that was meant to destroy them became the instrument of their liberation. And the same is true for you. The fire you are walking through right now is not your destruction. It is your liberation. The heat is burning away the ropes of people-pleasing, the ropes of fear, the ropes of control, the ropes of shame. And when you come out of this fire, you will be free. Not because the fire was not real, because I was with you in the fire. You have heard that phrase so many times. I will be with you. It has become religious noise, but I need you to really hear it tonight. The God of the universe, the one who spoke light into darkness, the one who parted the Red Sea, the one who raised the dead, that God is with you in your car, in your bedroom, in your hospital room, in your cubicle, at your kitchen table. I am there, not as a concept, as a person, as a presence, as a father. And because I am with you, you have nothing to fear, not because the threats are not real, because the threats are not greater than I am. The enemy is a liar. He has been lying since the garden. He told Eve that I was holding out on her, that I was keeping something good from her. And she believed him. And you believe him too. Every time you sin, you are saying, God is holding out on me. I need to take this pleasure for myself because he will not give it to me. But I am not holding out on you. I am protecting you. Every no from me is a yes to something better. Every closed door is a redirection to a better room. Every delay is a protection from a premature birth. You do not see it now, but you will. You will look back at this season and weep. Not tears of sorrow, tears of gratitude. You will say, thank you for the no, thank you for the wait, thank you for the pain, because it broke me open, and in the breaking, you put something new inside me. But you are not there yet. You are still in the breaking. And it hurts. I know it hurts. I have seen every tear. I have heard every cry. I have felt every disappointment. Do you remember when I walked the earth? Do you remember the Garden of Gethsemane? I sweated drops of blood. I asked the Father to take the cup. I was not pretending to be strong. I was honest. If there is any other way, and there was no other way. So I walked through the fire. I was betrayed, I was denied, I was beaten, I was mocked, I was crucified, I felt abandoned. My God, why have you forsaken me? I know what it feels like to cry out and hear silence. I know what it feels like to be alone in the dark. I know what it feels like to wonder if anyone sees. I have been there, and I did not go there for myself. I went there for you, so that when you are in the dark, you are not alone, because I have already been there, and I have already overcome. The darkness did not win. The grave could not hold me. The stone was rolled away. And because I live, you will live also. Not just in the afterlife. Now, today, tomorrow, you will live. Not just survive, live, thrive, laugh again, dream again, hope again. But you have to stay. You have to stay in the process. You cannot run back to Egypt every time the wilderness gets hard. The wilderness is not a punishment. The wilderness is the place where I speak tenderly to you. Hosea said that. I will allure you into the wilderness and speak tenderly to you. It is in the quiet, uncomfortable, stripped-down place that you hear my voice most clearly. In Egypt you had pots of meat, but you also had chains. In the wilderness you have manna, but you also have freedom. You have been choosing comfort over freedom. You have been choosing the familiar chains over the unknown wilderness. But the chains are killing you slowly. The comfort is suffocating you. The familiar is not safe. It is just familiar. I am calling you out of Egypt, out of the old patterns, out of the toxic cycles, out of the relationships that drain you, out of the jobs that kill your soul, out of the habits that keep you small, and I know it is scary. The wilderness is vast. The wilderness is unpredictable. The wilderness has no guarantees. But the wilderness has me, and I am enough. I am more than enough. I am everything. You do not need the pots of meat. You need me, but you do not believe that yet. You still think you need the thing, the promotion, the relationship, the approval, the validation. You chase it, you sacrifice for it, you exhaust yourself for it, and when you get it, it is not enough. Because it was never meant to be enough. Only I am enough. Only I can fill the God-shaped hole in your chest. You have been trying to fill it with everything else, and everything else has left you empty. Tonight, I am asking you to stop filling. Start being filled. By me, not by a feeling, not by an experience, by me. Come to me, all you who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest, not relief, not escape. Rest, deep rest, the kind of rest that does not require a nap, the kind of rest that permeates your soul, the kind of rest that makes you calm even when the storm is raging. That rest is available to you right now, not tomorrow, not when the situation changes, now, right now. Because I am not waiting for your situation to change to give you rest. I am giving you rest in your situation. Peace does not mean the absence of conflict. Peace means the presence of me in the conflict. You have been asking for the storm to stop. I am asking you to let me calm you in the storm. The same Jesus who said, "Peace, be still," to the wind, and the waves said, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you," to his disciples. Not the peace of calm seas, the peace of my presence. You can have that peace tonight, even with the unpaid bill, even with the broken relationship, even with the uncertain future, even with the pain in your body, even with the fear in your heart. You can have peace, not because the problems are gone, because I am here and my presence is enough. But you have to choose it. You have to stop choosing anxiety. You have to stop choosing fear. You have to stop choosing control. You have to choose me. Choose trust, choose surrender, choose rest. It is a choice. Every moment is a choice. Will you look at the waves or look at me? Will you rehearse the fear or rehearse the promise? Will you magnify the problem or magnify my name? The choice is yours. I will not make it for you. I have given you free will. I will not violate it. I will stand here with open arms. I will whisper your name. I will send people to encourage you. I will open doors and close doors, but I will not force you. You have to choose. Tonight is important, not because something magical happens at midnight, because your soul is at a tipping point. You are standing at a crossroads. One road looks familiar. It is the road of exhaustion, the road of performance, the road of anxiety, the road of control, the road of chasing, the road of never enough. The other road looks uncertain. It is the road of surrender, the road of rest, the road of trust, the road of letting go, the road of enough. You know which road you have been walking, and you know which road I am calling you to. Do not ignore me tonight. Do not silence this voice with entertainment. Do not drown it out with noise. Do not rationalize it away with cynicism. Do not postpone it until tomorrow. Tomorrow may not come. not to scare you, to wake you. Tomorrow is a vapor. Today is the day of salvation. Today is the day of surrender. Today is the day of rest, not tomorrow. Today, right now, in this moment, you can say yes. You can say, I am tired of doing this my way. I am tired of the exhaustion. I am tired of the anxiety. I am tired of the pretending. I am tired of the control. I give up. I give in. I surrender. And when you say that, you will not fall. You will be caught. I have been waiting for you to fall, not so I can watch you break, so I can catch you, so I can hold you, so I can carry you. The shepherd does not judge the sheep for falling into the pit. The shepherd gets into the pit. The shepherd lifts the sheep onto his shoulders. The shepherd carries the sheep home. And the sheep does nothing. The sheep just rests. The sheep just trusts. The sheep just stays still. Be the sheep tonight. Stop trying to climb out of the pit on your own. Stop trying to find your own way home. Stop trying to be the shepherd. You are not the shepherd. I am. Let me carry you. Let me hold you. Let me heal you. Let me restore you. You have been fighting for so long. Put down the sword. Put down the shield. Put down the armor. It is too heavy. You do not need to fight anymore. The battle is mine. I told you that in Scripture. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. Be still, not busy, not anxious, not planning, not strategizing. Still, quiet, open, trusting. That is your only job tonight. To be still, to be open, to receive, not to earn, not to achieve, not to prove, to receive. Receive my love. Receive my peace. Receive my rest. Receive my forgiveness. Receive my healing. Receive my direction. Not because you deserve it, because I am generous, because I am good, because I am love. And love gives. Love does not hold back. Love does not keep score. Love does not say, you failed, so I am done. Love says, you failed, and I love you more. Love says, you fell, and I will carry you. Love says, you are mine, and nothing will change that. I am love, and I am saying that to you tonight. You are mine. Nothing you do will change that. Nothing you have done has changed that. Nothing you will do can change that. You are mine, not because of your performance, because of my promise, not because of your faithfulness, because of my faithfulness. I am faithful. Even when you are faithless, I cannot deny myself, and I have chosen you. Before the foundation of the world, I chose you, not the perfect version of you, the real you, the messy you, the broken you, the exhausted you. I chose that you. And I am not changing my mind. So rest in that. Let that truth sink into your bones. You are chosen, you are loved, you are safe, you are mine. Do not ignore me tonight. Do not let this moment pass. Do not let the enemy steal this invitation. He will try. He will tell you that you are too far gone. He will tell you that you have too much baggage. He will tell you that you need to get your life together first. He will tell you that this is just a feeling and it will pass. He is a liar. Do not believe him. Believe me. I am calling you. I am drawing you. I am inviting you. Come. Come to me, all you who are weary. Come. Do not clean up first. Come dirty. Come tired. Come broken. Come angry. Come doubtful. Come confused. Just come. I will do the rest. I will wash you. I will heal you. I will strengthen you. I will comfort you. I will guide you. Just come. Tonight is important, not because I'm doing something new, because you are finally ready to receive something old, something ancient, something eternal. My love, my rest, my peace, my presence. It has always been available, but you have been too busy to receive it, too distracted, too anxious, too controlled by fear. Tonight, the distraction is fading, the noise is quieting, the fear is loosening its grip, and you can hear me. You are hearing me right now. This is not a coincidence. This is not random. This is divine appointment. I have pursued you to this moment. I have orchestrated circumstances to bring you here, to this chair, to this room, to this conversation. Because I love you, and I refuse to let you go. I will chase you to the ends of the earth. I will follow you into the darkest valley. I will wait for you through the longest night. Because you are worth it. You are worth every pursuit, every invitation, every whisper. You are precious to me, honored, loved. Do not ignore me tonight. Say yes. Whisper it if you cannot say it out loud. Say, "Yes, God, I'm tired. I'm done pretending. I need you. I surrender." And watch what I do. Watch the peace that floods in. Watch the weight that lifts. Watch the chains that fall, not because the circumstances change immediately, because you change. Your focus changes. Your posture changes. Your heart changes. And when you change, everything changes. You are not alone. You have never been alone, and you never will be. I am with you, always, to the end of the age and beyond, because I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, and I am with you in the middle, in the messy, in the hard, in the beautiful, in the mundane. I am there. Rest in that, trust in that, live in that. Tonight is the beginning of the rest of your life, not a life without problems, a life with me in the problems, and that makes all the difference. So please, do not ignore me. It is very important tonight. Your soul is listening. Your heart is open. Your spirit is ready. Say yes. Come to me. Rest. I love you. I have always loved you, and I will always love you, now and forever. Amen.